Okay, so a man has come forward this year in regards to P. Diddy, and I think this story is interesting because it's been completely brushed under the carpet in the midst of everything going around. Hey guys, it's Maradi. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button for daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe. Send a super thanks, thumbs up, and let's get into this and not waste any time. So a very famous social media content creator in the US has come forward in regards to P. Diddy, and this is the first man to come forward, and this man goes by the name of Jay Versace. Now, this story didn't come out ASAP, but it did come out this year and was discussed this year only a couple of months ago in actuality. And the fact that I find it to be not related to what is going on here is wild. So there was a TikTok going around of these influencers who were, invited to P. Diddy's house party, and they were jumping on one of his huge beds that was located outside in the garden. Now, Jay Versace, who is a Vine star, started on Vine, ended up being a well-known content creator, and now is a producer for many musicians behind the scenes, and also is Grammy nominated, and I believe has won Grammys, I'm not sure. Had commented under this video to say, P. Diddy had also invited me to this party and I ended up bent over in his bed as he was behind me. That is what he has said and nothing else. And a lot of people, initially were discussing it, but the story got drowned out quite quickly. Now, he is the first person to come forth in regards to any kind of allegation as a man, for a content creator, social media individual, or person in the public eye in regards to what P. Diddy did to him allegedly. Now, why did P. Diddy bend him over behind closed doors in his bedroom, inviting all of these TikTokers and social media stars, which are the new generation of, celebrities, you want to say, to his parties? Because he was at the height of his career. And if you notice one thing about Jay Versace is that he's very comical. He's got a huge character, and you can see in the videos and etc. But in the last couple of years, he's been quite dull, and not in a rude way, but more so quite calm, very much, emotionless. And I think that these scenarios are most definitely got something to do with it, because of course he is quite young. Now, for P. Diddy to invite Jay Versace to his house party to then bend him over in his bed, I can't even imagine what this man did to Justin Bieber or Usher. I can't even imagine. And something makes me feel like he did things worse to Bieber than to Usher. Because I feel like Usher would have said something by now. But I feel like they have a great relationship. But which could be trauma bonding, who knows? But I can't even imagine what he did to Bieber. Or I feel like Justin Bieber was passed around a lot, used a lot. And I think that, this individual has come forward this year. I think it's a harrowing story. And I just feel like it's all now being resurfacing. People are beginning to speak about it again. But there's no articles on this information. They've all been scrubbed. So I think that in itself is also very wild. So hopefully we'll see more men come forward, but it's just insane that this man has gotten away with so much in his life. What the hell happened to P. Diddy in his childhood? I believe his father was in the mafia and his father died very early on, but what the hell took place in his childhood? Because nobody comes out the womb acting a damn fool. You've had traumatic incidents that happen in his childhood that can explain why people end up being abusive. And I just want to know what that is, because to me it's quite bemusing, but I think his childhood is quite blurred out and we don't know much about it. But I think the fact that he's inviting these TikTok stars to his parties when they're at the peak of their career and they end up bent over in his bedroom whilst he's there, I can't even fathom what his ideas are for luring people. And it's like, well, it's P. Diddy, he's a huge star, I'm at the height of my career, of course I'm gonna go to P. Diddy's house and have some fun with my friends and etc. Next thing you know, something slipped in your drink. Next thing you know, you're taking something. Next thing you know, in his room. Next thing you know, you realize what's happened. You're traumatized, you're emotionless. Sexual abuse, assault can really mess you up, believe me, I know, and it can really trigger a lot of stuff, and I feel like that's probably what's happened to him. So I think it's a very important story. I feel like the P. Diddy conversation is dying down now. That is the inclination that I have, that from today onwards, the conversation about him is beginning to die down, and I think that just happens regardless. I do feel like we have a short attention span as human beings because of social media, AI, TikTok, Reels, and etc. So unfortunately, we can't really press on with stories for a long amount of time because we just get tired, unfortunately. So I think that it is dying down now, unless another significantly huge, revelation comes out similar to Cassie's lawsuit. I don't know what's going to happen, because I feel like the second lawsuit was a shock. The third lawsuit, we're like, okay, cool, we're not surprised. So the fourth, fifth, sixth, I don't think is going to cause a shock factor. You need a shock factor to re-up the attention span, and I just don't think we're going to get that. So unfortunately, I think the story's dying down. Give it a month, people will forget, and I think that you'll still be a free man walking, and you'll end up doing a phase 2 of a PR rehab image machine, and he will be fine in a couple of years. That's just how I see it happen, especially when it comes to men who are billionaires. It takes a very long time. And the fact that this was settled with Cassie and it's a closed chapter, I just don't know, unless somebody significantly huge comes forth, something happens. I don't know what else is going to happen, but it's just a shame, because I feel like P. Diddy is just going to get away with it. That's just my honest opinion. Maybe you guys agree or disagree. Comment down below. I read all your comments. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. It's just one click. It's 24/7 fresh content every single day. I'm tired, but these stories, I want to get them out ASAP, because of course this is a trending conversation. Subscribe. Send a super thanks. I would really appreciate it if you guys would. There's a $sign. You can send whatever you want. They go a long way. I read them all, and I really do appreciate it. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another P. Diddy nugget.